Hi, this is Frater Anubis with another um, adventure with the Temple of Limitless Light. Be sure to hit subscribe. So if we get to 1,000, we can start selling art and stuff on the site. So that'd be great. And if you want to join our Facebook group so that you can join into these meetings and have access to the files, that'll be in the description of the video. So tonight is another elemental series where we're going to do pore breathing, which was an exercise. I think it came really natural to me when I was a kid, and I thought I invented it, only to find out later on that Franz Bardon and Initiation to Hermetics had already written about it. And then when I met my teacher, Frater Barabbas, who was Alexandrian Wicca, he also wrote about it in Disciples Guide to Ritual Magic. You should get a copy. I think they're going to have a new series of this soon. You should read about this Frater Anubis guy that's in here. He's quite a character. So, pore breathing. Franz Bardon most likely got the idea from the Tibetan practice, Tibetan Tummo practice, where they had different pranayamas, different exercises of breathing and energy, mostly breathing and life force. But naturally, as a Hermetic magician, he took the direction of breathing in different elements. And there's multiple benefits from this. The first is it initiates you into the elemental energy so that when you're doing further magic, like for instance, you're doing the LBRP and you're in the East and you're drawing your vanishing pentagram of Earth, you can be thinking about airy energy, the earthy part of air, the airy part of Earth. You're cleaning the energy of air and when you're in the East. Or if you're going to do a greater ritual of pentagram, etc., you can bring up the air energy that you feel by doing an exercise like this. It also brings a lot of mental clarity. You know, we spend so much of our time and energy in our heads, whether we're interpreting things or telling ourselves stories about what we're doing or trying to explain to ourselves our own motivations. We spend a lot of time thinking. And doing exercise where you work with elemental air can bring a lot of mental clarity and remove a lot of those obscurations. So much of what we think is real is our own projections on the reality based on past experience. Like, but of course, we're going to go to past experience to interpret what's happening now. A lot of times that can be completely wrong. And we can be doing it without knowing it, which is when we're deceiving ourselves. That's the whole idea. Do you ever lie to yourself? Well, you do without knowing, by interpreting a situation without realizing that you're going off of all the programming that you've picked up throughout your life from your parents, from society, from experiences that you had with people. And let's also consider the suit of swords within the tarot. I don't want to go into all of this because that would, use up all our time. But if you look at the suit of swords, it's a very active, well, maybe not the two of swords. That's one thought is balanced against the other. But there's a lot of strife and activity and movement, sorrow. Even the restful cards are kind of dangerous. And why is that? Well, when you're in the suit of air, the suit of thought, reason can approach things in a very adversarial way, cutting things up, taking things apart, reductionism. And we can look at a situation and try to come up with ideas of how we'll react to be ready. Right? It's a very martial kind of energy, or it can be if you're not aware and look at that. And so by doing this simple exercise, pranayama, we can encounter the element of air and experience it on its own in a way that help us to understand it and be conscious and act rather than react. So I'll present the little exercise. What we're going to do is we'll begin with the Qabalastic Cross. to connect to our higher self, to our heart center, to ground, balance. And then we'll do some basic pore breathing, which we have a video up on, where you imagine your body as like an empty balloon. And you're breathing in prana, bringing in life force and expelling dead cells and dead prana that's been used up. We'll do that for a few moments. And then we'll do a basic elemental breathing to sort of begin that exercise. And then we'll invoke the holy part, secret holy part of air. And let me bring up, share my screen real quick. Sorry. Okay, so this is the secret holy name of air. I pronounce it Oh-Roh Ee-BaH A-Oh-Zod-Pay. Z in Anakian can be Z, but it's often Z or Zod. You say it Zod, it means of God. In the same way, El means of God, like Raphael, healing of God. Gabriel, strength of God. Right? So Oh-Roh Ee-BaH A-Oh-Zod-Pay. And we invoke air by staring at our right shoulder. We start at water on our right shoulder. We go across. We're becoming less emotional, more intellectual. Then we go down to fire, up to spirit, down to earth, back up to water. And we repeat the last bar so we're sure that our pentagram is solid and complete. And I'll walk us through that, but I want to make sure I put this up here so that people could see how this is spelled out, and I'll put it in the notes for the video as well. So that's basically, it's a very simple ritual, and a very simple exercise that will envision ourselves breathing in elemental air energy. So with that, let's start. I'd like to stand for the Qabalastic Cross. You don't need to. All right. So first we do some belly breathing. You want to put your hands down at the bottom of your abdomen. You want to work with energy, you have to work with breath. Energy will follow the flow of breath because breath is the life force. Envision yourself growing larger and larger, your head going out into the universe till the earth is but a small ball beneath your feet. Above your head, envision a brilliant light. Touch the light, bring it down to your forehead, vibrate. Thou art. Bring the light down to your heart chakra, where you can say the name of your guru or your holy guardian angel. And then bring the light down through the center of your body to the very center of the earth. You're standing in a pillar of light. The kingdom. Bring the light up to your left shoulder. Visualize a ball of blue flame representing unselfish love. Bring the light across to the right shoulder. A ball of red flame representing your will, your wisdom. Bring Leolam. Amen. Forever and ever. Amen. Okay. So sit comfortable. Try to have your back straight. It's hard when you're working at computers all the time. Breathe from your belly. In a way that's comfortable and not forced. Visualize your body as being empty, like a big empty bag of darkness. And as you inhale, imagine light energy coming in through every pore of your being, through every cell of your body, through your feet, through your hands, through your head, through your back, your front. And as you exhale, imagine it taking out all the stale, used up energy from your body, all the dead cells and things that you no longer need. In a comfortable, relaxed way, we want to breathe deeply, but we're not trying to hyperventilate. We're just having a slow, even comfortable breath into our bellies. You may yawn, you may burp. That's good because the stagnant energy is leaving your body. And so imagine your empty body filling up with light with each breath, becoming brighter and brighter. The light flows in and the darkness flows out. We'll just do this for a few breaths to get ready. And now when we feel like our body is bright and shining on the inside, that we're filled with light, imagine that you're in a universe of air. Imagine that you're up in the sky and there is no ground, just an infinity of air and blue sky and clouds. There's wind, there's sunlight, there's warmth, just pure elemental air in every direction. You're in the elemental plane of air. And as you breathe in, this airy elemental air just flows in through every pore of your being. And as you exhale, imagine smoke going out through every cell, taking away with it old thoughts and ideas, stuck ways of thinking. Thoughts that trouble you are annoying. Just flow out into the elemental plane of air. Leaving your mind clear, calm, and focused. How does it feel? Is the air cool or humid? Can you feel the wind? Does it whistle or make sounds? Is any part of your body not filling up with elemental air? Let's do a quick scan and see. Thinking myself, it gets, of course, concentrated in the head. The rush and the speed of air rushing about, always trying to fill the silence. But the energy of thought is actually quite clear and transparent. Anything come up for you when you think about elemental air and the energy of thought, of the mind? How do you feel about it? All right. So let's take the air energy that we've built up and use it to draw the invoking pentagram of air and infuse it with the secret holy name. So we draw it as though we're looking at it in front of us. So we start at the right shoulder, we draw it to the left, down to our right hip, up to the top of our head, down to our left shoulder, left hip, back up to our right shoulder. Repeat the bar. And now we vibrate the holy name, charge it up with the energy that we've built up so far. Oh-Roh Ee-BaH A-Oh-Zod-Pay. Allow the air energy to reverberate back and absorb the holy energy of the element of air. How does it feel different? We've risen up 3 octaves so far. Prana, the elemental air, to the holy element aspects of the elemental air, the Ace of Swords. What does this bring up for you? Fills our mind with all the thoughts. We can watch them arise within our consciousness, flutter about, float away. See if you can watch your thoughts, but not get caught up in them. Not be drawn into engaging with your thoughts, just to watch them float by. This is a poem. The geese fly over the still lake. The geese have no intention of casting a reflection, and the lake has no intention of keeping it. From here, can you see all the infinite possibilities that are before you? Very often we block ourselves with our own ideas and thoughts, prevent us from being able to make decisions or make choices based off the projections that we place upon ourselves, upon our lives, the interpretations. But from here, I think you can see that your thoughts are transparent. You can see right through them to the infinity of the plane of air beyond. Let's sit for a few moments with this. I feel all my thoughts arising, buzzing around. I don't have to be engaged with them. I can just simply watch them. Air energy can be under your control. For the clarity of mind, the clarity of thought. Be able to cut through our obscurations. And watch how we react. And we can have the choice to act rather than be instinctual. All right, so when we're ready, we do the vanishing spiral, starting at the middle, going counterclockwise outward 3 times. To dispel the pentagram, cast it to the wind, and then recentering ground with the Qabalastic Cross. Eto Malkut Vekutua Vekupura Leolam. Amen. Thank you, everyone. It's always a great honor for you to participate in these little exercises. We will continue next with Earth.